explosions devastating
c'est trippant.
sites in London. Authorities are asking residents to remain in their homes as the situation continues to develop. We have received no official casualty total, but it is expected.
Mourners gathered for a series of candlelight vigils that brought closure to thousands of families and indeed to an entire city. London is now laser-focused.
Today at 10 Downing Street, where Nigel Cass, CEO of private military company Albion, received a mandate to secure London. Cass has vowed to hunt down DedSec. Terrorist responses failed. Albion used cutting-edge artificial intelligence systems and autonomous drones to capture the remaining members of DedSec. A stark warning to would-be insurgents.
Top corporations are posting record profits due to increased efficiencies in production and distribution, enabled by the use of technologies initially developed and approved for security purposes.
Malade.
Cleanup as crime numbers take a dive. Illegal gambling, drug trafficking and prostitution all down following prosecutions of the leaders of 4 of London's 5 largest criminal syndicates. The streets of Camden and Brixton.
Londoners, as Albion's mandate is extended indefinitely by the government, life finally begins to return to normal. Curfews and travel restrictions have been lifted in all boroughs, thanks to the deployment.
News outlets, reports of rioting in Trafalgar Square have been greatly exaggerated, possibly by foreign meddlers pushing a false narrative through social media. Albion is in complete control of a few...
To reprimand the public about the circulation of fake news, conspiracy theories persisting in dark corners of the internet that terrorist group DedSec were framed for the bombings have been roundly rejected. Our own reporters could not find a single Londoner willing to expound those theories on camera. The facts simply don't support any other story.
C'est trippant. Oh. Ah, faudrait juste que j'aille pisser là par exemple. Ah, faudrait juste que j'aille pisser. J'ai envie de pisser. J'ai pas envie de rien manquer, c'est trop fou. Tac.
I need to assemble a team, but I can't reboot DedSec alone. Let me break into London CTOS and see who's available.
Bon, là je peux aller pisser. Ah, merci. Ouh. Ah. On va réessayer. Alors, je vais essayer de au moins faire fonctionner ça parce que ça veut pas, hein. Ça veut pas se connecter. Je vais essayer de redémarrer mon sel. Première chose. Ok. Bon, fait que mon sel redémarre. Je m'ouvre la bière. Je bois une gorgée. Et je reprends.
their waters, and we've been discussing the hacktivist, now alleged terrorist group, DedSec, on this week's Buccaneer Radio. I have Colin calling in. Colin, what's your take?
Now, I've been saying from the start we should have rounded up DedSec and thrown them in jail. Now, I'll say they should all be lined up and shot.
You don't find it awfully convenient that they've been fingered as the attackers, but we've seen no proof?
Look at Tone! Look at our city! What more proof do you need?
Well, Colin, I'd say you have to look at their history of non-violent action. Albion's put more civilians in the hospital in the past few months than DedSec ever has. I smell a scapegoat.
Ok.
Now I
Je
have
comprenais pas.
Emily calling in. Emily, what's your take?
You're absolutely right, Claire. The government's just framing DedSec because
You're
they want
absolutely
to make
right,
it
Claire.
under control. They probably have no clue who was behind the bombings. But that doesn't look good on the news, does it? DedSec's been a thorn in their side. Who better to pin it on?
Alright.
Angie, I have you next. What do you make of all this?
I think if anything, DedSec showed their true colors. It's terrifying to think we harbored such a dangerous element for years. Terrorists in our own backyard.
Do you find DedSec more frightening than the different gangs in London like Clan Kelly?
Clan Kelly might set your shop on fire and maybe they'd kill you, but even they wouldn't try to blow
C'est
up all of Parliament.
Parlement.
Crypto King. Do you feel safer using a pseudonym?
Everyone should. Why make it easier for them to track you? And now we've seen what they're capable of and how far they're willing to go.
Hold on. Do you mean the government? Are you suggesting the government was responsible for the bombings?
Oh, trust me, Claire. They didn't do it alone. They're all in on it. The government, Albion, Sirs, Bloom,
Oh,
Sky
ok,
Planet,
alright.
and all the way up
Là,
to
je comprends
Downing
qu'est-ce qui se passe.
Street. They want to keep us scared. Harness us with
En train de
mind
restarter
control. Suck every last
DedSec.
ounce of usefulness out of us.
Wow.
And even in death, they'll sell off our bodies.
And what do
C'est
you suggest
beau.
we do, Crypto King?
Go underground. Deep enough, no electric signal can get you. It's the only way.
Well, thank
C'est
you
parti.
to all of our callers today, and thank you for
En
tuning
pirate.
in and scouting for the truth.
Ah. Effectivement, ça s'arrête.
Shit. Situation is worse than I thought. Ah, but there's a candidate. Looks like you're DedSec's best hope.
Oh, comme ça. A terminé un marathon avec une cheville cassée. Putain. Renvoyer des forces armées pour insubordination. Contrefait des bons de réduction. Remis sur le vêtement. À une ligne directe avec le commissaire. Libération rapide des coéquipiers. A donné 5 étoiles au peuple. Elle colle fort. Qu'est-ce que de dégâts. Approché par Albion après avoir hacké les serveurs d'un MMO. C'est ridicule. Exclu à vie du zoo de Londres. Mais what the fuck? A travaillé dans un hôpital pour enfants à l'étranger. Soins urgents. Guérison rapide des coéquipiers. Mais c'est pas la même chose que j'avais sur... Ah, libération. D'accord, c'est pas pareil. Ok, tu peux te faire prendre par les policiers, mais tu peux aussi aller à l'hôpital. Dégâts de faction bonus. Cité à comparaître pour avoir frappé l'entre-général de la carte Albion. Ah, récemment, il m'a acheté une voiture de sport. Putain, mais c'est trop drôle. A raté le permis moto. Ancienne cryptographe. Téléchargement rapide. Bon. Ancien représentant syndical. D'accord. A posté un avis sur la National Gallery de la grosse merde. Mais c'est tous des champions! Et sérieux, j'ai vraiment envie d'avoir lui. Sauf que je sais que Félix, il va le choisir, lui. A posté un avis sur la National Gallery. Pour de vrai, j'ai aucune idée. J'ai envie d'avoir un personnage dégueulasse. Et ça va commencer par lui. Attends un peu, parce que lui aussi, il est quand même assez fort. Hein. Ouais, je veux lui. Putain, c'est sûr que Félix il aura choisi la même chose. J'en suis certain. Allez, c'est parti. En tout cas, les chargements sont aussi longs que pour le 2. Mais mon crâne est tellement dégueulasse.
Glad to see you're alive. If you're still committed to the cause, DedSec needs you. I'll send you the coordinates to our last
Ah, la
safe
marche.
house. Meet me there.
All
La
right.
démarche. Alright. Pas de problème. Ah, j'ai aucune idée sur les gens. Ah, j'ai aucune information. Par contre, la musique. Putain, la musique. Allez! Placer un repère. Ok. Ouais, bah. Relancer DedSec. Localiser l'entrée des mois ont passé depuis les tragiques attaques de Londres. Et Londres a changé. DedSec semble avoir disparu et les opinions sur le groupe sont divisées. Mais il semble qu'un membre de DedSec ait survécu et espère relancer le mouvement. Répondez à l'appel de Sabine et trouvez la planque. Pas de trouble, frère. Fait que... Près d'un véhicule pour monter dedans. Ça veut dire que je peux... Putain. Ah putain, on est à Londres. Ah. Ah. Mais c'est quoi cette... C'est qu'est-ce que... Non, moi je passe. M'en bats les couilles, frère. Ah, mais pourquoi il y a que des sens uniques? Mais c'est la mort. Ah là... Ah... Ah là là. Ah là là. Désolé. J'arrive pas à conduire, sa mère. Je passe par là. Je passe par là. C'est mon chemin. CTOS drone. Afficher les commandes. Alors, ça ressemble à quoi la police? Ça ressemble... Ah, c'est pas la police, du coup, c'est Falbion. C'est vert. Alors, la conduite à droite, là, les Anglais, là, c'est la mort. Ah! Ah! Ok, ça m'a fait peur. Là, il y a plein de trucs là, dans mon visuel. Est-ce que je peux tourner là? Regarde. Apparemment, oui. Ah, il a sorti par droite. Localiser l'entrée de la planque. The Year's Fortune. Ah, c'est sûrement... Ah, non, non, non.
I've downloaded a patch to your optics so you can access our security system. It's set up so that I can't just let someone who isn't DedSec in. You'll have to do the manual override.
Very well. This manual override will be like putty in my hands.
Mais c'est ridicule.
beans, are you? I'll see you downstairs later then.
Later then. Mais en fait...
Ah, here we go. Down the rabbit
Il est
hole.
ridicule mon personnage, il est tellement dégueulasse. Ça a aucun bon sens, il est dégueulasse mon personnage. Alors. Oh mon dieu, mais il est tellement dégueulasse. Il est écœurant. Qu'est-ce que c'est que ça?
Hello? Anyone home? Ah, I suppose.
Coming up in today's episode of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours about the rise of the AI system. It's easy to forget about its origins. It's so present everywhere we go now. Bagley just kind of blends into the background.
Bagley is the service AI that's present in every optic device. Whether you're using the optic, Bagley will be there. The AI is streamed to your optic from Bloom's central command center, and it was first created by Sky Larson, our tech hero, as part of her techno-utopian idea for the world. Why do you think it grew so quickly?
In my mind, it's no surprise that Bagley became so popular. It's funny, useful, fast. It's a great companion and really just makes life so much easier. I mean, when you look back at all the service AIs that used to exist, they just can't compete. When you ask Bagley anything, there's a quick answer and loads of information available to you. One day, I let Bagley answer all of my messages for a whole 24 hours and no one even noticed the difference.
The other competitors really just couldn't compete with Bagley. Their answers were so much worse. They didn't understand anything. And Bagley pretty much gets everything right first time. Do you have any idea why Bagley really beat all the competition?
Well, it's really the data, isn't it? Ever since Broker hooked up with Bloom, that's when things changed.
And really, that's not actually that great. Bloom has data on everybody. They collect information about everything you're doing across the web through your optic headset. Isn't the AI only good because of Bloom's surveillance?
Well, I suppose so, but I'd prefer not to talk about that side of things. Bagley is so special because it's been trained on this huge cache of information. That's how these AI systems work. Or at least used to work. I mean, we don't really know that much about the latest version because there's so much secrecy around the tech. But they're given this huge amount of training data. It's basically a huge database that's used to teach the AI about patterns in behavior. You know, so if you always travel the same way to your house, it can predict when you're going to go and get a self-driving car ready for you before you even ask for it.
That's pretty terrifying. In some ways, I don't want this data to drive my life. It understands too much at times. Have you heard some of the rumors around the hacked version of Bagley?
I've heard mutterings, yes.
I've heard it's been used by DedSec.
I wouldn't put it past them. It's pretty well known that they're not fans of Bloom. But the idea of a souped-up version of Bagley, given it's already so intelligent, is a bit terrifying.
I wonder what they could actually make it do.
Ok.
I should turn the
Parfait.
power back on.
I should turn on the power. By now. Pas de trouble. On va faire ça. Exactement. Relancer DedSec.
No DedSec
DedSec registration detected. Identify yourself, or I'll seal the exits, hack your optic, and read you every drunken email you ever wrote until you starve.
Oh, do simmer down. Sabine brought me here.
Sabine's alive? Well, that's one piece of good news. I'm Bagley, DedSec's definitely not stolen, highly advanced AI assistant, and it seems I've been out of commission for a few months. Anyway, why don't you go connect me to the DedSec network so I can become more powerful than you could possibly imagine? I mean, catch up on what I missed.
Oh mon dieu.
This is London Calling. You're here with me, Tash, on Buccaneer, your source for what they don't want you to know. In today's world, we've all had to get used to our every move being tracked by the optic on our temples, by the cameras around us, and with every click we make online. Seems like everything we do feeds the big data beast. Why are data giants like Bloom so hungry to get hold of our private information and our metadata? What are they using it for? Will we ever have real private lives again? What is privacy in the digital world? And what happens when capitalism and surveillance become one? As you know, we keep all names confidential on Buccaneer. Speaking from a secure location, here's new technology strategist Charles, who worked all over the world trying to keep democracy strong in the face of the data assault.
C'est bon, je m'en bats les couilles. C'est bon. Ça me suffit. Mais là, il a tellement là!
Hello and welcome back to...
Et je veux pas écouter. Ça m'intéresse pas, frère. Il a l'air de pervers, mon personnage.
Ah, that's it. I'm reconnected to the network, downloading our database, news archives, and oh no. Terrorist group DedSec responsible for deadly bombings in London. Dalton Wolf dead? I leave you people alone for a second and you immediately cock it all up.
So, since DedSec did not perpetrate the bombings, the question is, who did?
There's a gap in my memory after Dalton, well, let's be honest, after I disarmed the bomb at Parliament. I'm missing information about what happened after I was taken offline, but from what I can infer, an unknown hacker group identified only as Zero Day was involved. I believe this Zero Day staged the attacks and framed DedSec for their dirty work. Come to my terminal. Sabine is requesting a video call.
Alright. Tim. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom.
Patching in Sabine Brandt now. I suggest you listen very closely to anything she has to say.
There you are. I'm glad you made it. Bagley. God, it's good to hear your demented little voice. Is your memory intact?
Not even slightly. The last record I have is of our HQ being raided. My only lead is a group known as Zero Day. Ring any bells?
No. But the HQ was attacked by some men in black, the same that were at Parliament. Maybe working together. We didn't stand a chance. They just gunned everyone down.
Dreadful business. How did you make it out alive?
I managed to escape through the sewers to Camden. A contact smuggled me out of the city, and I've been hiding out in the north since.
Prudent. Your profile is red flagged as a high-priority target in the city's surveillance system. Even a partial recognition here would have you hunted down and shot on sight.
The city's out for DedSec's blood, I'm afraid. I wish I could help, but I'd be sticking my neck out. And I quite like my neck.
Listen, if anyone knows anything about risks, it's me. I lost everything and everyone. But it comes down to this. London is in a death spiral. And if DedSec can't pull it out, trust me, no one can. The city needs a resistance. And it starts with you. What do you say?
I suppose we'd better get started then.
Excellent. New user registered. Welcome to DedSec. Now, it would be irresponsible of us to release you naked and mewling into the wild. You'll find equipment around the safe house that are essential items in your DedSec kit.
Oh, mais c'est parfait ça! Ah. Points de tech. Vous pouvez trouver des points de tech à Londres. Utilisez-les pour acheter des améliorations technologiques, gadgets et armes. Vous pouvez acheter des technologies dans le menu tech pour obtenir et améliorer des gadgets, des armes et des piratages. Équipez une technologie. Pour changer l'arme ou le gadget d'un agent, utilisez la fonction modifier dans le menu équipe. Les technologies que vous avez achetées sont disponibles pour tous les agents. Parfait. Plus 10 points. Ben oui, bien sûr, je vais utiliser tech. Alors, Arachnobot, infiltration capable de réaliser des éliminations non létales. Capacité double saut et sprint, ajoute des caméras qui varie. Ennemis. Arme de poing non létale à courte portée. Piratage. Les drones chasseurs peuvent être désactivés pendant un bref instant. Ouais, mais pas plus. C'est-à-dire que je peux juste mettre ça et ça. Camouflage. RA. Qui permet sur des gens ennemis. Arachnobot d'infiltration. Bah oui, Arachnobot. Équipe. Je suis tout seul. Carte. Planque. Magasin. Piccadilly Circus. Trafalgar. Magasin. Ouais, bon, j'ai fait ces chemins puis je suis revenu comme ça. Très bien. Modifier. Gadget. Bien sûr que je t'équipe ça, mon salaud. Skin. Oui. Y'a pas de skin là-dessus?
We have a sophisticated system for hiding your identity from facial recognition tech. It's called a mask. And while we're here, perhaps we can talk about updating your wardrobe. I mean, look at you. Come on.
Tellement dégueulasse. C'est tellement dégueulasse. Sœur serpent, skin d'arme. Bon, déjà... Alors, ça marche pas ça. Parce que c'est dégueulasse. Putain, mais c'est horrible. Je suis horrible. Mais mon personnage est tellement dégueulasse. Ok. Ça c'est pour se ressembler à Wrench. Lui, hein. Attends, je vais me mettre l'oreille. Ça, là. C'est horrible. Hein. C'est horrible. C'est dégueulasse. Chapeau. Oh non. Ah, ça c'est pour faire le... Avec le Covid, ça. Mais c'est sûr que j'ai un masque. Non. Parce que j'en ai un dans mon garde-robe de masque. Ça, c'est... Putain, mais mon personnage est tellement dégueulasse. De base, là. Aïe, aïe, aïe. Par défaut, bien sûr. Par défaut.
You've got all these fancy new toys, but it's also important to know the basics. You need to learn how to throw a punch.
Boutique, hein, je peux accéder à la boutique en ligne. Et ça, c'est de la merde. Pack paladin numérique de mort, là, c'est ça. Là. C'est ça. C'est ça, ouais. Ouais. Là, la monnaie virtuelle, là. Bon. Bah oui. Oh là là. Oh là là. Oh là là. Oh là là. C'est bon, j'ai visité. C'est bon. C'est bon.
And how to take one. Albion will escalate if you come at them with a gun and shoot you down. We want to avoid collateral damage. In DedSec, we try to use guns only as a last resort.
Have you already met Connie Robinson? She owns the pub and is an old DedSec contact, not to mention a champion amateur boxer. Go to the practice ring and she'll show you how to stop flinching when someone cocks a punch at you.
I'll be right down. Could use the warm-up.
Choose warm-up. C'est parti, mon kiki. Allons-y, oh là là. Paf, paf, paf.
Don't be shy. You'll want to get in under my block. Find the weak point.
Oh.
Nice one.
Oh.
Just like that.
Oh.
Quick on your feet now. You want to create distance.
Oh. Oh. Mais il est ridicule, mon personnage, c'est l'enfer. Putain. Mais je vais me faire défoncer. Paf, paf, paf. Mon personnage est ridicule. Paf, paf, paf. Pas. Oh, ça fait mal, ça. Ouh. Non, 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 non. Non. Tao. Tao. Tu t'es fait défoncer là. C'est une ancienne boxeuse et je l'ai détruite. J'ai gagné 100 $. Ou 100 piécettes d'or. Oh putain. Elle a mal, hein. Elle a mal, ça, mais...
Right. Gear in order? Know enough not to punch yourself in the face or get shot for pulling out a gun too early? Brilliant.
Ok, merci.
Hello?
Working out how we find Zero Day and ruin their day, but I need someone with actual legs to do the legwork. Hope you're ready.
We have some damage control to do if we want to change the perception that we're a bunch of violent thugs. I'll let you be the judge of how best to handle yourself, but remember, you represent DedSec now.
Parfait. Parfait. Et ça se met pas à jour, hein. Document. Document. Twitch label. Session. Total follower count. T'es sûr? Comment ça s'appelait ce qui me faisait changer ça, hein? Je sais plus. M'en bats les couilles pour l'instant.
First things first. What comes first?
Make no mistake, London is under occupation. Armed mercenaries patrol our streets, allegedly to keep people safe, but really they're keeping the people scared.
Nothing like fear to keep people in line. Albion can get away with just about anything.
So, we have to ignite the will to resist in the people of London by showing them that Albion aren't the solution. They're the problem.
For that, we'll need information. I'm pushing 2
Qu'est-ce
sets
qu'il
of
fait?
coordinates to your optic.
Cheers, Bagley. I've identified 2 opportunities. One, we're going to disrupt some Albion propaganda. Remind the people it's not Albion's way or the highway. 2, we need intel about Albion operations if we want to throw a spanner in their plans. You game?
I am game, set, and match, my dear.
Brilliant. Let's get the people of London on board.
Putain, c'est... Whoa, whoa,
In today's
whoa,
episode
whoa.
of The Upload, we're talking about how Bagley managed to conquer London. Pretty much my favourite topic. I could talk for hours about the rise of the AI system. It's easy to forget about its origins. It's so present everywhere we go now. Bagley just kind of blends.
Mais c'est pas normal.
Bagley is the service AI that's present in every optic device. Whether you're using an optic, Bagley will be there. The AI is streamed to your optic from Bloom Central Command Center, and it was first created
j'ai
by
pas d'argent.
Skylarsen, our tech hero, as part of her techno-utopia.
Par contre, la musique est là. Putain. Oh. La musique. Est-ce que c'est comme avant? Est-ce que j'ai accès au téléphone? Oh là là! Oh là là! Range ça! Putain! Est-ce que... Taxi. Eh bien, on peut dire, mais c'est joli quand même, hein? Ah. Oh là là.
All units, I say again, all units, we have reports of hostile in your area. Over. Control, we've received the call, over.
Oh!
Negative, no sign of the target yet.
Negative. No sign of suspect. Over.
Control, we're in pursuit. Over.
We've been blocked off.
La musique est tellement parfaite. Ça ressemble à la musique de Star Wars un peu. Non, non, te mets pas en dessous. J'adore mon personnage, il est dégueulasse. Cour royale de justice. Par contre, mon casque là. Est-ce qu'on en parle? Ok, elles sont indiquées sur la mini-carte, les intrus sont attaqués à vue. Appuyez sur R3 pour analyser la zone et révéler les opportunités d'analyse, pirater les caméras révélées et les drones pour faire une analyse ou utiliser des pièges. Utilisez l'infiltration pour éviter des combats et appuyez sur L3 pour vous accoupler. D'accord.
Albion have established an operational base in the Royal Court of Justice.
Oh.
Lovely. So Albion has the power to detain anyone they want, and they hold enough sway over the courts to make fair trials a thing of the past.
Exactly. But it likely means there's information here about how Albion are targeting dissenters, the who and the why.
Oh là là, mais
We need that data if we're going to disrupt their operation.
Mais je vais me faire défoncer! Aïe aïe aïe! Aïe aïe! Ah putain! Putain, ça commence. La pire affaire. La musique avec ça. Poussez-vous! Blablabla. C'est ridicule quand même.
Man down! Man down!
Track him down!
Clear! This area is clear. Keep moving. Where the hell are they? Give up. This is pointless. Nothing here. Don't see anyone. I'll go over there. No room for error here. Area clear. Moving on. Clear. Don't see anyone. Clear. Moving on. We're all clear over here.
C'est ça, ouais. C'est pas clair du tout, hein? Je suis tellement ridicule.
What's this shite?
Coup royal de justice. Ben, je vais monter. Ok. Mais oui. Est-ce que je peux... C'est parti! Ah. 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 Oh non, c'est dégueulasse. J'en viens déjà. Allez. Ah. Marc-Antoine, j'ai un costume de mort. C'est tout ouvert, là-bas c'est ouvert. Ok. Qu'est-ce qui se passe enfin?
Tell me what we've got, Bags.
A list of what Albion consider high-value targets that are threats to the peaceful running of London. See here, a journalist, and this one runs a community shelter. Good God, bar your doors.
What the hell?
All suspected of sowing rebellion or exhibiting tendencies towards... Albion is systematically arresting people even before they rise up. Joke's on them. This list can actually help us find like-minded allies willing to help us. Well done. Now, let's disrupt some of Albion's propaganda and give some hope to the people.
Fait qu'il y avait rien que je pouvais aller chercher en haut d'enfant, si je comprends bien, parce que là je peux pas monter nulle part quoi. Bon. Pas sauter là? Pas sauter du tout. C'est parfait. Parfait! Non mais quand même! Parce que... il y a des sous aussi là? Putain. Oh non. Ah putain. Ah oui. Ah oui. Ça pour ouvrir ici. Quitter. Ok. La cour royale de justice, ouais mais moi... À mort. Il y a une belle moto là. Ouais. Je me casse, frère. Ah. Je la pense aussi. Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Les peuvent récupérer des colis. Jusqu'à 3 propriétés, chacune avec ses propres difficultés. Ok.
The demands of being a DedSec operative are all
Ah,
consuming.
ça me
So
donne des
taking app gigs is a good way to make
tunasses.
some extra quid that works around your new schedule. Lots of people will pay well to have their sensitive packages handled with care. And some will even pay you for deliveries. Ha ha.
Haha, d'accord. Tout ça pour la thune, ça m'intéresse. La thune m'intéresse, mais malheureusement j'ai encore envie de pisser. When them was fun. C'est ridicule, c'est tellement ridicule. Ah, 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 ah. Ah. Ah, faut que j'aille pisser.
And success.
Mais qu'est-ce que tu veux, toi? Qu'est-ce que tu veux, toi? Qu'est-ce qu'il veut, lui? Bah, mais rentre chez vous! Rentre chez vous! Ah. Oh. Oh. Oh putain, puis ma face à côté. C'est que ça. Je viens de tuer quelqu'un. Putain, il est dégueulasse, c'est l'horreur. Ok, je vais pisser. Ok, c'est parti. Bien sûr. Bah c'est sûr, je prends cette moto, c'est de la merde ce scooter. Ah oui, ça lui va tellement. Ça lui va tellement, cette moto. Mais par contre, ah oui, c'est vrai. On roule à gauche à l'endroit. Ah. 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 Le bruit. Yo. Ouais mais... Pic, 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 pic. Pom, pom, pom. Ah. Qu'est-ce que c'est ça? Activiste se prépare à se rendre. Tout. On peut pas rentrer là-dedans. Là-dedans. C'est facile ça. Je peux pas rentrer en haut? Ah.
Look at all this. You can't turn your head without seeing some Albion imagery. You really can't get away from them.
There's going to be that much less once you're done here. Let's give Camden a break from these eyesores.
Of course. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy. Easy peasy. Oh putain. Eh là, il y a plein de trucs de vêtements là. Mais...
If you hijacked that scissor lift, you could use it to access the rooftop.
Uh-huh. Ok, je vais pas casser ma moto. Monter, baisser. Ok. Carré croix. Tuyau orange. Point de tech. C'est parfait tout ça. Mais parfait tout ça. Je suis dégueulasse. Oh oh.
Attention. All activity in association with extremist groups is a punishable offense. Individuals
Camden.
and promoting disorder are a threat to London's security.
Oh là là.
You have been warned.
Yes,
Croissant et tôt.
nicely done. That'll get people's attention. Let them know someone is standing
Let
up to
them know
Albion.
someone is
Like the
standing up.
spark that they can stand up to.
If nothing else, it'll relieve their eye strain.
Now what?
Oh mais non, mais c'est pas la peine.
We're already seeing results from what you've done. That list we found named a journalist in Camden who's been investigating Albion. We reached out and he's got information that can help us. I think you should meet with him.
Drop a pin on the map for me, would you?
Would ya? Putain, je défonce les trucs. Là, il y a marqué Eto. Il y a marqué quoi là? Ah, c'est le métro. Mais toi, c'est dégueulasse. Hein. Moto personnel. A aimé la vidéo, 10 raisons d'acheter le nouvel optique. Ah putain, lui je l'aime bien lui. Danse. C'est une performance artistique, putain. Il est dégueulasse lui. Ok. Bah, y a pas toutes des choses qui m'intéressent. Hein. Se faire reconnaître en public. Spécialiste en robotique. Well. Il y a des trucs fuckés qui se passent. Ah. Mais c'est dégueulasse par terre. Ah. Bonjour. Alors.
Heard you need a hand. How can I help?
You're the crew that's been sticking it to Albion? Can't believe someone else is. Thought I was alone, right? Not doing much, just putting the word out. But you? Taking action, mate.
It's our duty, love. If we don't fight back, Albion will accumulate more and more power, and we can't have that now, can we? So, let's talk.
Almost got clipped finding this. All of Albion's operational data for the entire city. Convoy routes, surveillance targets, assets. It's all there. Thinking you can make good use of that.
Well, I'm pleased as punch.
Here's a sample. Albion's closed King's Cross to the public, right? But what people don't know is that they're using it as their logistics centre. Materials, troops, whatever. A lot of it runs through there. You want to give the people a huge boost? Hit that place. Put it out of commission, and you'll severely hamstring Albion's operations.
Yes. Je t'entends pas, Charlie. Je sais que peut-être bien que t'es en train de travailler pour que je t'entende, mais en ce moment, je t'entends pas. Yes. C'est toujours complexe quand on arrive en discussion. Puis là, t'es là. Ah! Là, je suis comme, ok, oh, tu me donnes le signe comme quoi c'est bon, t'as comme réparé la conversation, mais après t'es là. Attends un peu! On dirait que t'es encore en train de tout gérer, là, c'est le gros bordel. Oui, ah, ben là, je t'entends. Mais je t'entends de loin. Non, mais c'est pour ça que je me suis permis de dire, ben, je sais pas si tu penses que je t'entends, mais je t'entends pas, là. C'est pour ça que je me suis permis de dire un truc de même. Oui, je t'ai entendu dire ça. Ben, pourquoi tu m'as dit attends un peu? Ben, qu'est-ce que tu veux que je te dise?
Ben, ça se peut pas?
J'ai entendu attends un peu, ben oui, puis j'ai répondu, puis après t'as dit pourquoi tu ris?
Là, tu m'entends?
Donc t'as bien compris que j'avais compris un truc.
Là, tu m'entends? Ah ben... Ah ben... Ah, ok, non. Je, je, je confonds. J'ai dit attends un peu quand j'ai branché mon micro. Laisse faire.
Ah ben,
C'est bon,
ça
je
se
me
peut que ce soit
rappelle.
ça, hein.
Je me rappelle, c'est bon, c'est bon, c'est bon, c'est bon. Ah, t'en es rendu où dans le jeu, là?
Je viens de l'ouvrir.
Oh, faut que tu fasses le tuto, frère.
Mode mort définitive.
Oui, moi j'ai mis ça.